Hi, friends. Last week, we moved our oldest daughter into her college dorm room for her freshman year. And as we were moving things into her room, helping her unpack, lots of people were dropping by to meet each other, to introduce themselves, sharing their names, where they were from, their majors. And at one point, Natalie, while excited by it all, said, "Wow, this is a lot of new people. These are a lot of names." See, it was my mom who told me when I was very young. She taught me about the importance of names. You see, my mom would never assume that every Jennifer wanted to be called Jenny. She wouldn't assume every Matthew was a Matt or a Maddie. She would always ask people, no matter their age, what do you prefer to be called? I didn't really get it at the time, but I do remember her telling me when I was very young, names matter. People should be called what they want to be called. And the story that we read on Sunday in church about an old woman who was bent over for 18 years, who Jesus healed. And you see at the beginning of the story, she is referred to as just the woman or the old woman, depending on what translation you look at. And you see Jesus comes along and heals her. And part of the point of the story is that this all happens on the Sabbath. And Jesus gets called out for breaking the rules, for healing on this day of rest. And Jesus refers to her then after the healing, but this is a daughter of Abraham. He names her, names the importance of who she is. This is a child of God. She is no longer just this old woman. This is a child of God. Jesus names her. And more importantly than that, he says that taking care of her, loving her, showing compassion, seeing her humanity, that is more important than any of the rules of that day. And I thought, that holds true back then when I was a child and now, that names matter. That referring to people the way they want to be referred to, it's not hard for us to do, and it can mean the world to them. Learning people's names, looking them in the eye and seeing them as a child of God, seeing them as someone beloved and treating them as such, seeing the humanity. While we may not be healing as Jesus did, we can learn from that story that we can see people, we can call them by name and recognize that we are all children of God and deserve to be treated and loved as such. Have a good week, friends.